Hello, Leo. It is Rebecca, Empathic Crow, and I'm coming to you for the Zodiac reads for April 2026. Although whenever you see this, it's a timeless message, that there may still be a message for you. That's just the time I'm focusing on right now. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini had very similar readings. Cancer, just like last time, a little bit different, but not as interesting as, not as rabbit hole-ish as the last time. And so for you, you had a very specific message in March. But I'm interested to see for April, what is the message for Leo? What journey are we going on, Leo? So what is the message for Leo? We're starting out with the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. What are we starting off with for Leo? Some things are wanting to come out. Let me ground myself because Cancer's energy was really high. Heightened emotions, 111 on the clock, all kinds of things. So for Leo, feeling a little more grounded. Leo, what is your energy right now? What's going on for you? We'll take this one. The Strength card with a lion. All right, Leo, you're starting out with the Strength card. With this one, there is a floral wreath around the line, which I always see as kind of pointing toward new beginnings. There's a lot of yellow here, a lot of confidence, just kind of standing. I'm hearing standing in the field. Field of butterflies. Standing in a field of butterflies. So maybe there's a lot of change coming through, and that's where the strength is coming through for you. So let's see. Field of butterflies. But look at this lion yawning. It's like part of you is not bothered. At least part of you is not bothered. What's more of this message? Standing in a field of butterflies. Well. Okay. So you're going to be like some of the other cards. Oh my. And we're going to have several cards. So the first card is the Three of Swords. So with that, with the standing in the field of butterflies, the strength, I feel like this is part of your past. That there's been heartache, there's been hurt, there's been things that were really painful. I mean, look, being stabbed in the heart 3 times. And you were standing strong with the strength through it. And I feel like that yawn is like the, oh no. I said yawn and then I had to yawn. Okay. I feel like that yawn is like saying, I'm not bothered by it. Now understand that that feeling may be true, but it may also be right now it's not bothering you. Doesn't mean it can't come up at another time. King of Cups, you've managed the emotions from this. And so even though there's been chaos, you've managed it. Like even with this necklace right here, the fish, I'm seeing Pisces. And I know this is a Leo reading, but it's like wearing that fish around your neck. It's like, yeah, I'm in control. 333 on the clock. Those emotions may still be within me. Like I said, they don't necessarily go away. But at the same time, I'm not going to let them affect me. There's still a part of me. I'm still carrying them with me. But I'm going to wear it like I'm hearing a badge, like a piece of jewelry. It's something that's there. I don't have to show it off. It doesn't have to be flashy. Like this fish around the neck is not necessarily flashy. It's just there. And I'm hearing sustenance. So it's something that's part of me. It sustains who I am, but it's not necessarily all of me. And then as I set that down, I'm seeing the moon. So recognizing that it helped to bring to light some things that needed to heal. Whatever happened brought to light some things that even from the past needed to be healed. And so you've got 2 kings, the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Being able to balance your emotions means that you're better able to focus on bringing in that abundance. So here's the star up here. And sorry, I had to swallow for a second. Here's the star up here. And with that, I'm thinking of the star card. It was 444 on the clock when I looked up. So with the star card, or that star, it's like now your focus is in a different direction. The healing is happening. You're able to allow yourself to rebalance is what I'm hearing. There are some apples and things down here. Like this is you becoming a healthier version of yourself than maybe you felt like you were in this energy. And there are new beginnings coming through with these flowers and things. And in fact, the flowers are like draped over the crow. The crow's got its arms out and the flowers are draped over, like, again, kind of like I was talking about with the King of Pentacles, that necklace. Like you're like, I've been through this stuff, and yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to just throw it away because I can't. It's still a part of me, but it's just an adornment. I'm not going to let it be like, even with I talked about the lion and the new beginning. I'm not going to let it be something that weighs me down and holds me down, but I'm going to just have it as like, this is a part of me. This is, I'm hearing just a part of my aesthetic. Like this, it's just, if I'm going to have to carry this around is what I'm hearing. That's the energy I'm getting. If I'm going to have to carry this around, then I'm going to do it in a way that I want to. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles. So we've got King of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. So being able to heal, if you haven't already started that healing journey, you're going, or you could do it. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it could lead to, look, I said field of butterflies when I was talking about the Strength card, just standing in a field of butterflies. It can lead to this transformation because you're going to be part of the spotlight, Leo. You can't help it. But the sun, you feel that abundance. You've been through some crap with the lotus flowers, but there's new beginnings. And notice that this wolf is just, they're discerning, but they're also just, I am here. Same with the lion, the unbothered. It's not that you don't get bothered, but you don't necessarily let people see it very often. I feel like when you do, they know it. But you'd rather just be able to, I'm hearing exist, just live. 7:11 on the clock. I've never really called that one out, so I don't know exactly where that's coming from. Leo, where are we going for you? Because I picked up these chakra cards. We're going to go with that, but I don't know. I'm feeling like there's something else that needs to come through from a different deck, but let's start with the chakra. There's one of my hairs in the middle of the deck. What else for Leo? What chakra, what experience, what energy does Leo need to focus on from this deck? Or maybe I'm supposed to go to a different deck first, but this is still important. So the card, I'm going to have to pause because it went down and then slid. Like, you have to be extra, Leo. I've had cards fall on the floor with some of the other readings so far today, but they've just fallen really easily, like right beside me for me to get. But the card is perception. It's a heart chakra card, and I can't remember, maybe Taurus also got that card. Give me a second. Okay, that should have been less than a second for you. So perception is the card, and notice again we've got this orange butterfly here. And did we have, but no, I just heard field of butterflies. So with this, we've got this huge green gem that is just radiating, and that's your heart. And I heard heart on your sleeve, which I've got a tattoo that I always say I wear my heart on my sleeve. Not all the time, but I used to. And so I feel like even with that, it's recognizing that, as we've said before, there's different aspects and sides to yourself. And it's not that you have to wear, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that when I said wearing your heart on your sleeve. We talked about wearing or carrying around, but not in a way that it's a weight or a burden, the things that you've healed in your life. And so it's not that you wear your heart completely on your sleeve, but your heart shows through, even when you may not want it to. That part of your strength is that you've realized that having a soft heart, whether you let people know or not, because it does hurt, that's part of your strength. Because even when this crap happens, you still have a big heart. Now, that makes sense why when I picked up the card, the first thing I noticed was the gate door. You can definitely shut the door on things that are not helpful to you, that like keeping your peace, protecting your peace is what I'm hearing. But don't shut yourself off from all the other things around you, the growth, the transitions. Don't shut yourself off from your heart or your connection to the divine. Losing my voice. Then again, it is pollen season. Oh yeah, there's another butterfly down here. Anything else from this card? Yeah, I have never noticed this before, but there is a darker, and it could just be like a shadow, except for that wouldn't make sense with the sun shining down. So it's almost like there's this darkness that's trying to peek over the door, but it's allowing yourself to not worry about that too much because you're already protected. All right, anything else for Leo? Where are we going? Where are we going? Moonology messages. Okay. So we'll go to the Moonology messages by Yasmin Belend. Tell me, what does Leo need to know? Or what will be helpful for Leo? Why is London... I started humming. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. And I'm like, what is that tune? And it's London Bridge is falling down. And that is a horrible image, but it feels playful. So I don't know if there's a childlike aspect of yourself that's coming through. Like maybe that's something that you sang and played, because I'm seeing kids like running around and playing as they sing it, holding hands. Moonbeams, focus. So what is that coming from then? 12:12 on the clock. Are you focusing on the past a little bit too much, even though you have let some of those hurts, like you're wearing it, you know it's there, but is it still distracting you? Let's get some clarification on that. Let's go to the Light Seers Tarot. What's going on with this Moonbeams focus for Leo? What's going on for this Moonbeams focus for Leo? The figure in the card is out in a desert, and there's a lot of orange, which is that sacral chakra. Passion, intimacy, just you. I say that a lot, just you. And then we've got kind of this violet and indigo color. So connection of crown and third eye, trusting your intuition. So it's like focusing on trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to not feel so alone. But you may have to go inward for that, because I'm seeing someone meditating, building those things that you enjoy. But then again, Three of Cups came out with a very violet and indigo energy. So it's focusing on, we got Three of Cups and Three of Swords. Whatever and whoever this was, it didn't help to build. So this is focusing on building things, whether that's relationships, friendships, situations, whatever, that are helpful for you. And you've got to focus on using your discernment, trusting your intuition, and releasing the past with that full moon to be able to bring forward the things that are going to support you. What else? Or is there anything else from this deck? What else for Leo? So, oh, I thought we had 2 cards. We've got 4. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. Wait. Leo, you're being called back to this Nine of Pentacles. So the life that you want, the abundance, and it's not necessarily just wealth, but the joy, the situations that you manifest, that you create, the health, the wealth, all the things. It's already yours. It's already yours. So what else is going? What's the message outside of that, though. Queen of Swords. Wait, did you have Queen of Swords? No, that was another deck. Okay. So a couple of people have had the Queen of Swords from the Crow Tarot so far, but with the Queen of Swords, that's part of this Moonbeam's focus. It's you getting clear on your thoughts. So not looking at like the Three of Swords as information to mean that you've got to be weary of everybody, but also using your intuition, but also using your discernment. So getting out of the negative thoughts and beliefs that may crop up when you're starting something new, but allowing yourself to also check in with your heart. Like I'm just seeing like a line, L-I-N-E line going from your brain to your heart, like just checking in with your heart so that you're not overthinking it. You're not completely cutting things out. You're open to things, but you're viewing it from a position where you're seeing the big picture. The Fool. Yes, so don't overthink it. Sometimes you can sit and think things through so much that you're not moving. And this is saying don't have confidence, that yellow. Have confidence. Know that your emotions are under control. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're on the ledge, but sometimes you just have to go with it. Don't sit on it too long. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. You've got, I was looking at the Nine of Pentacles, so that's why I said that. So with the Nine of Wands, yeah, the journey has not been easy, but look at how she still has that flame. She's still holding that torch. She still has that flame, that passion within her. She is standing there strong. She's got her eyes closed. Like she knows, she's taken that deep breath, that the journey may not always be easy, but she's going to get through it, because where did we start? We started with the Strength. All right, Leo, let's see if there is a message from the Priestess of Light deck, but I think your reading is coming to an end. What is the final message or encouragement for Leo? What is the final message or encouragement from Leo? 31, which breaks down to a 4, hostilities, conflict, unrest. You got to let go of this energy. That's even where, you know, look, we've got the full moon in both of these cards. Refocus. You got to let yourself get out of your head and get out of these energies. This Jaguar is laying down, but it's also got its mouth, like it's protective, and she is solid. Like her structure is solid, but there's also an aspect of her that's calm and solid. So it's almost like, look at this. It's almost like we got the Strength card again. Like you got the Lion, he's a bit unbothered and yawning, and then you've got the Jaguar, or maybe Puma, I think Jaguar, here, that's kind of like almost growling. And then you've got this unbothered crow that's just like balancing and standing. And then you've got this lady who's just balancing. And I feel like this is calling you to balance and understand that you've got the Strength. You don't have to be on guard. Again, like I said, with the Queen of Swords, you don't have to be in that energy of unrest. I feel like that's part of what's been healed with the Three of Swords, but you're not going to build these new relationships if you're not changing your perspective and allowing yourself to let that guard down. Let's see. Anything final? I'm seeing kind of like a mirror. Like there's the side that you show to the world and the side that goes on the part that goes on inside. And with the part that goes on inside, sometimes we're not always feeling what we're showing on the outside. So like this may be on the outside and this is what's on the inside. And I feel like it's just taking us back to the beginning. I'm not trying to flip you off. It's taking us back to the beginning to say, remember that peace and calm, because it's within you. This may happen, but it's okay. You still have that calm. All right, 44, which breaks down to an 8. 8 is the Strength card and the tarot. So this is the last card we're going to have. Harvest. Gathering of blessings. As I said, Leo, Nine of Pentacles from 2 different decks. There's so many blessings, and those are the things to focus on versus the fear of what may be the next thing, the next attack is what I'm hearing. All right, I hope that was helpful. Remember, it's about perception, perspective shifts, and things like that. Transition, change does not always feel easy, but it's necessary. And if you enjoyed this, please give me, there's a crow flying past the window, please give me a like, share, subscribe. It helps to get the messages to where they need to go. And also, I enjoy doing this, and it helps for me to be able to continue to come and show up and do the things, and help us to build a community of people who are like-minded. And that's always the goal. If you'd like a private read to do, I about said describe, to explore any personal situations or thoughts, or just see what the energy is, you can always book those through my website or ask any questions if you like. And I will hopefully see you again for May. All right, Leo, take care. It's been a journey.